Shalom, lovely people. You are welcome once again to another edition of Nyansabwakwa Oche Training, where we delve into the decoding of the things around us, and we are specifically on the matters of our palms, which in our local dialect we say "unhonsem, unsem." So that's where we start from, and we'll be delving into the other aspect. We started with the heart line, which talks about our emotions, how we see or go about things. Send me can you know me mwakwa bebiem na send ye potokasa ene eye yakan kasa edi dwuma no sapepepe ene betoa so ede aye na emire ya atwamu ewo na poso a edi nkan no e kasa fa eye yen yakoma nkama ya eda esoro no sibia noma etie ni sibia efa so edi ne dwuma na ene no ye kwenim de mepa kire ne se yeyi eye yakoma nkama no efiri ho no mo a de etoso biema mpese ye eye de fa eye yen amen ana ya adwen a eda ye trim kwan a ye fa so edi dwuma eno na etoso mienu mepa kire se we are delving into the other matters of our destiny and our way of approach to certain aspects of life pertaining to how our brain works. When we talk of our mind, like I said, the mind is what you give attention to. So it's either you give your heart to something or you give your brain to something. So there is the mind of the brain and there is the mind of the heart. Send a mention, yeah, idea what they ore ana wade nyina ewremu bia na odwendwen ho bia beye wadwen eye wo dadwen eno wanam ntuo nyina mu no ye wode wode wamen na eye uti na edi ho dwuma eye wamen no adwen ene wo wakoma nso adwen na ene no ye kɔ eye yakoma de na yedi nka kɔye de eka ho a eye utri ana wamen adwen no na eda so no poto kasemu anabrofo kasemu English kasemu no ye kano headline se ne ye kano se utri eye utri amen a eda wonsem the mark in your palms that talks about how you think with your head, that's your brain to be specific. So diving into this, there's principally two things that I'll be speaking about today. When you look at the way as to how it has been tattooed in your palms, it's either it is going straight like this one or it is bending down. It means it's being curved. That's the first aspect. And either it is short or it is long. The longer it is talks about how you'll be able to also further your education and as to when you might be prompted to pause furthering your education and concentrate on a kind of maybe work or something of that sort. And this is also gotten to do with whether someone is practical or theoretical. All these things you'll be able to decode it yourself today. Today, the me patch say won so ubetimi ehunu won nsem say ade a wo kwakosua no e wo so wusua na say ni kwan say wusua obi wo hon mo ana eye enkama efa eye na amen ana ne ti ho no na ekọ ten ebi so hon ma na akoa ni nyina ewo esunsunsun aso eti me no ekọ na yahwemu senia etie whenever the headline is straight, it talks about someone who is very practical. It means the person does things in a practical way. The person wants to always apply what has been gained and doesn't want to be with theories and all those stuff. The person wants everything. Let's do it as it is. If this is this, if this is that, and if we do this, then it has to yield to this. So these people are people who are more of being technical oriented. They love to be in a vocation where they will be dealing with practical things. They want to be in vocations, they want to be in professions, like anything that the has to do with that, you'll be like, oh, this is a practical stuff. So any profession that deals with it also is good for people with a straight headline. The me channel said the eye on some nkama efa one man ho etie no se ekoten a woyɛ obi a mpre bebree no wade bi a woyɛ biara no yema menhwɛ ɛyɛ wo de oh ade we sei na tie yeye ne sei be ye ene ma me so menye bi meye bi me de mensaka me de ma adwen nyina si so meye bibia wie na sɛ yɛ saade na kyerɛ sɛ de wo kaaye no ɛyɛ no korɛ de me patche ne sɛ san kofukuo we no ɔmade bi ɔmo yɛ biara no ɔmo pɛsɛ ma me enye bi enya afi na ɛna yɛn kokenkan we ka say de bi ye me yɛhwɛ ma me fa me nsan so mu bi ma me nso menye bi de minim no se mintimi na na dia ene menye ne hwe se wo ka sesei ena wo ka sei na wo ka sei dia ene me yesei a e wo se bibi sei na yeden esi me pa che se omade bi omo ye bia omo pene fenchem omo pese omo adwen tin anya afi ne fa nkoko akwa ye enye ade a eboa wo eti se ne wa adwen tie no wa men adwen etie no sapepe ena wo so kwan obefa so obetimi nti sankofokuo we no any edge encounter ho pa or many edge encounter ho. What I mean is mathematics, things that are practical, the application of rules. Emra we say emra sisi ye dimbra we so dia eni be yesi nyafe ne kon wan ntomo tai edimbra so pa se o hye no se yesi na okodan oho a wanhwe a asem bebre betimi ayden esi ade o mbeso mu no sa no mo ede eko. Now the other aspect has gotten to do with a headline that is also turning down. I mean, it is a bit curved. Let me just get it. I should have gotten it on the set. So there are people whose headline is curved this way. When you see yours to be curved, it means you are more of being theoretical. You deal with theories. You deal with discoveries. Okay, let's invest into this. Let's investigate into this. This thing we have to find out this, that. You see, they are people who deals with theories. That's how they want to. We want to investigate this. We want to do this. If this is this, how did this come? Now, you see, they are like the other side of practicality. They always want to delve into matters. When you are talking with them, or whenever you are speaking to them, what you are trying to arrive at, they are also thinking about another thing. And these people are people who can easily turn. Whenever you have anything to do with them in any kind of situation, they can easily change mood. And whatever situation they find themselves into, these people, even if you give them rules, they are bound to break it. They will be like, okay, why shouldn't there be any kind of flexibility? They always want to come up with new ideas. They want to find out various means by which they can also survive when it comes to these things. What I mean is these people are mostly theoretical. So when it comes to these people, they love white collar jobs, blue collar jobs, and all those stuff. They just kind of deal with these stuff so that they will also be accepted in the society. The me patron say you nkofuku bi wo homa wo so enkama e don mo nsam akoa enkoten san nkofuku we no omo pe enoma ehwehwemu omo pe yenuaduemu se we sisi se eyedan ne baaye ye pe bibi e kira kwan eye nkofu we de pa enti empre bebre no omo ye nkofu bi wo hono a wanhwe ya na ensem keka ye bofokase me bekase inquisitive bibi oposo hwehwem ehu ade pote a eye den etwem sankofo no de na akoa aba form no eba adwuma se abaye adwuma ne enwuma ayaye gu hon mo a enye de fa won saye mienhwe ne sa no ma na sankofo kuwi eya omani eje ho pa na empre bebre no omoye enkofo kuwi a emra kasa ye hye ne keten no enimwa wo mo efi se eya omone ene omo ho enhye da enye ompe bibi krompa otimi efa kwan bi so aya ma ene no ho efa. It is a wo ya wadwen say chenchena ache etese wo mo de ekoten na wanhwe a empre bebre no ebetimi ayeden atete no eno ene ade ba ko wo so wo hwe ewo wo nsem enkama ya ewo wo nsem no se ne ebe ya ubehunu se wo kwakopa adesua ewo se ukosa ana se enikwa se ukosa edrume bi nso a obi wo hon mo a na enkama na ekono na etia pa pepacho ni tietia ekere adesua mu bebi a wo se wo de wadesua ekopem se ewa pa eche se obetimi akonkan ewo adesua mu akwachi se etia eche se twitwaso ewo adesua mu se wanya ne sa ebeduru brebe no one hwe ya mfaso de wo se wo ye wonye obo mana ne de 8 apa meka kamera se eye ensa de ehye mfimfin no ensa tenten pa no eso pe na eso atwa enkwachire bebre sankofokuo no se otimi konanim krompo koduru eye SHS anase secondary school a sankofokuo no so mo pe ensa no dwuma bi ye krompa etimi ye den eboa wo mo se etimi kwachiri pa de a na chese wo de wato adi wo betimi abo abodini ewo enwomasua mu ene ba bia pese wo ye den wo di odwuma se 8 a enha ho bebre ewo enwomasua ho. What I mean is, when it is long or short, it also talks about how you have to pursue education to the highest level. When it is very short, you have to be very careful. You have to be careful when you want to climb to all the ladders in education. It might really go bad for you when it is very short. For instance, if someone is having the headline as short as reflecting on this one that is being shortened, not going even above this place, that's this level, maybe it is so short that it is not even getting to that place. For instance, yours is so short. It means such a person like this, after SHS or secondary school, it is better you find a job or you find a work to do, a business, find something that you can do best. Don't worry yourself to do like study for long and all those stuff, especially in the side of academia. It might not go well with you. So these things have gotten to do with how you'll be able to pursue your academics, how you'll be able to learn into other aspects. Now, I want you to also understand that when it comes to this line, there are people who have gotten their headline and their headline being fused together. So you see them, at times you see that this one is coming this way. So as the headline is going, the headline is maybe this way, and funny enough, you can see that this line goes and meets it. They are being fused. Such people, it means their emotions are being hooked to the way they think. Their thinking capacity or their thinking abilities is hooked to how they perceive things, and their emotions are being hooked together. So it means inside out, as you see them in, the same way you see them out. These people have their emotion. Anything that triggers their emotion triggers their sense of living. Anything. So these people, no matter what, their emotions are also linked to even the way they learn, the way they perceive things, the way they pursue life and everything. So the more emotional the person, the more the person also focuses on the things around them. So you have to be careful when you meet such people. Their headline is being linked to their headline. So such people, you have to see how you are going to relate with them. The me patchen say your uncle fubu on ma ekwan mo fa so ede omo amen ana o ma dwen ede omutrim edi dwuma no. Saa pepepe na saa de no ene ekwan omo fa so enya tenka ana omo dan omo tenka ene omo ekwan omo fa so ehunu bibi edi no ebom se uhunu se eye wamen enkama ene wakoma nkama eka bom na chese ehia a na chese saa nkofokro no ade bia beye no bia ebe nya susuaso na tenka so bia no saa de kro no so saa nya susuaso wo kwan ofa so ye den adwin eti so ye bibi mane ha ho ha no a ka hu so obedwen ho pa eti saa nkofu suo no so no empre bebre no ade bia beye bia betia no wo na dwindwin mu bia no saa de kro na so etimi enya susuaso pa chese akwan ofa so eye bibia no saa nkofu we no omadwen nyom ntanta de obesom se meye bia no utwumu tan no anu omadwen eye omakom adwen ene omo amen adwen nyina no ekoten me pa je se ni nyina ebom ebi enti mfirimu edi so yo obi a eye nakoma enkama no ekosoro pa na se aka bomu de na che se wanhwe ya na wo ye bibi na eka no a na dwindwi mu a so ka so de ayaka e ba wo so a ene afebo eti wei eye ekwan a obefa so a obetumi ehunu na etimi aboa wo eye na aposo a eto aso no metro kwan a obehunu eye edwadie mu se obeboa so bedi dwa obi wo hon ma se na wofu ni hon mo a eha no obi nso wo hon mo a se ne dofo bi a wodo no pa ni hon mo a etimi tete no wo wo nsam ni nyina me ba be kire wo na poso a edidi so no na etumi aboa se beboa wo dwadiem emmoa obi o pepe bede no otimi ehunu wo ne nsam. All these things are just being inscribed or tattooed in your palms. How to know whether people are being affected when their loved ones are not there, when their parents are far away, how far it affects them, whether they are supposed to get into business or they are never supposed to get into business. There are people who are also into impulse buying. How will you see it in your palms? In the subsequent episodes, I'll be dealing with all these types. If you have been blessed, make sure you share, you like, you comment, and subscribe to this channel. This is Nyansa Boakwa. Don't forget to let a lot also learn from this. Don't be like you only want to be the one to benefit. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell them that Nyansa Boakwa is up with a new series that will really tell you who you are. So, if you have anything to support us, the same number on the screen is the same number that we use. Anything to support us, whether it be by any means, whether you want to support our projects where we want to have our village being done well, or by any means, whether you have any amount to support us, the same number is what we have to. If you also want any information or any inquiries, contact the same number. The me patron is also ya sene e wo kwan bia so boa yen e wo edwumadi a ye die e wo Nyansa Boakwa ekura ye kyekyera misro emma eguase ni edin a eka ho no eno a obetumi e de aso ya sene na watumi aboa yen edin no e ye jadma no geston na mom media me use e wo other social media platforms ene aha e Nyansa Boakwa GH edin no sesan the mechanic o trade ampon kan ho suade na ehwe won nsem na ehwe won nsem ana wunua bi ana wonyanko bi dia fa boa no emfa nsrem se bibi to chima e so ohunu ye wia ye be kire kwan a obefa so a se bibi e wo won nsem a enya obetimi dia ye enti se won subscribe o dia subscribe na click notification bell no so se de be ya eduru hon mo a emfa ukon ho makra